Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stryker. This is the Consortium.
I see. Not comfortable using your real voice?
In our line of work, anonymity is important. Wouldn't you agree?
Convenience. So, to what do I owe the dubious pleasure?
It's about time we discussed things, Mr. Stryker. You've become involved in our business, and that is something we cannot afford going forward.
Look, we had a good thing going on. The DLPD left you alone and you provided us with information when it was pertinent. But you've taken things too far. I had to step in.
By sending your associate Kyle to meddle in our affairs? That will not stand.
Yeah, what have you done with Kyle? If he's in danger, I will hunt you down. You'll have no more considerations from the DLPD.
Mr. Stryker, please, let's get a few things clear. Firstly, we both know that there is no DLPD anymore. And secondly, we no longer require your considerations, whether or not you have the authority to allow them.
You didn't answer my question.
As you say. Kyle is fine. He's been relocated, and will no longer be party to your investigations.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I know Emil hijacked Kyle's people to get ahead. You got him working for you too, huh?
Emil was a spoke on the wheel, a branch of the tree. As soon as your new friend Joey pointed you towards his involvement, we cut him out of the picture. He is no longer our problem, or yours. We are sure that Joey will deal with him personally. So, let us consider your position.
My position is to stop you from using this to threaten Draft League City. Better organizations have tried and failed to do that, you know.
So naive. The Consortium has no interest in Draft League City at this time.
No interest, huh? What, so this wasn't a play to get the best battlers out of the way? You'll forgive me if I take that with a pinch of salt.
Understandable, but foolish. Your problem, Mr. Stryker, is that you always want things to be clever. You made your name apprehending alter egos and fighting city-wide power struggles alone. The truth this time is far less complicated. We in the Consortium have watched Draft League City build itself up and eat itself alive through its own hubris. And while we have our own interests there, holding power over a pile of rubble is not one of them. We were content to watch you all squabble over the scraps. Look how easy it was to take over the battle resort and humble your best and brightest. Watching you try to adapt to our way of doing things. You saw how easily one of our own destroyed your coach, Shroom. How Kyle was quietly taken out of the equation without a second thought. If we wanted to take the city, Mr. Stryker, we would have done so already.
So this was all symbolic? You bought out the battle resort, set up this league, abducted a DLPD agent, and set about beating down Draft League City battlers, what? Just to send a message?
And now you start to understand the extent of our influence. So here is our ultimatum. Stay out of the Consortium's business, Mr. Stryker. We have operated within Draft League City's underbelly for quite some time without your interference. We are the wolf among the sheep. As you know, we already own the gambling rings there, and are quite happy just to continue to do so. Return to that status quo, and we will not be forced to extend our reach.
And if I don't have the authority to make those kind of agreements?
You needn't worry about that, Mr. Stryker. We have already entered into negotiations with someone who does. This is merely a professional courtesy.
Huh. And who might this mystery person be who can make these accommodations for you on behalf of Draft League City?
That is currently not your concern. For now, we recommend you return home. As we understand it, the NX Games are entering their second phase, and we are quite sure you do not want to miss that. Despite our best efforts, it seems your coach Shroom did quite well for himself in the first stage.
Wait, your best efforts?
An unfortunate necessity. Once we knew you would send Kyle to investigate us, we set about making sure your coach failed in his endeavors. Fortunately for you, he was resilient. An oversight on our part, and money poorly spent, but no matter. As you now see, we had contingencies in place. Perhaps you should spend less time looking into us, Mr. Stryker, and more time focused on what's happening on your doorstep.
How generous of you to let me know.
It is the final courtesy we shall extend to you, Mr. Stryker. Be sure to use it wisely. You've seen but a fraction of our power. Do not test the Consortium any further.
Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and welcome to the final week of the regular season of SPL Season 3. Yes indeed, well, it's the final game of the season. We are well out of contention for playoffs, but our opponent today is fighting for just that. We are going up against Joe and the New York Yveltals. His links down in the description below. Make sure you check him out along with everyone else. He is a very good player. And like I say, he is pushing for a playoff spot. He needs this win to guarantee himself that position. If he loses, he's out of it. We don't really have anything to play for except some pride. It doesn't matter for us, but it does matter for him. So I am taking this game as seriously as any of the rest that I have played to give him as good a game as possible. The team he can choose from is very, very scary indeed. We are looking at Rillaboom, Gouging Fire, Sneasler, Milotic, Snorlax, Mimikyu, Electabuzz, Registeel, Misdreavus, and Gothita. So there's a various amount of modes that he can go for here. He does of course have that ever-present Rillaboom Sneasler core with the Grassy Terrain Unburden. Gouging Fire he has been absolutely wrecking shop with. I believe it's second in the MVP race for the entire league. Then you've got those bulky, nasty things like Milotic and Snorlax that can tank hits all day, every day. I want to watch out for competitive on that that Milotic as well. The Mimikyu will always take one hit with its disguise. He's got arguably the best redirector in the format in the form of that Electabuzz that he's picked up recently. Registeel can tank hits, and of course we've got the baby Perish Trap core that I am taking seriously. So, up against a very physical team, we do have the Intimidate Rocky Helmet Incineroar going on here. Impish nature with a fair amount of defense, some good attack, nominal speed going on there to outpace some of the mid-tier stuff. Fake Out, Flare Blitz, Stomping Tantrum, and Parting Shot going on there. Stomping Tantrum going to be useful for damage on the likes of the Gouging Fire. Useful to get some Fake Out support going as well. Parting Shot could be useful. We have the Rocky Helmet because, like I say, a lot of that team is looking physical outside of the Perish Trap core, the Electabuzz, and the Milotic. So hopefully we can get some chip damage going on there with Incineroar. We are bringing a very supportive Terra Psychic Amoonguss today. Hoping to try and threaten the Sneasler with the threat of a Terra Blast that we don't have. We have a Citrus Berry on there with Giga Drain, Foul Play, Pollen Puff, and Rage Powder. Mixed defensive going on here. Very good support mon, trying to redirect some of those powerful attacks from the likes of Rillaboom, Gouging Fire, Sneasler if possible. Keep things healthy with the Pollen Puff. Foul Play into a very physical team once again is looking super nice. Giga Drain, there's a lot of high HP stuff going on my opponent's side that we can try and get some health back from as well. But we do need some good special offense, so for that we have Terra Steel, Fairy Feather, Primarina here. We are once again very physically defensive, but we have Modest Nature with good investment in special attack. Moonblast, Hydro Pump, Icy Wind, and Reflect. Reflect once again into a very physical team. Moonblast is fairly free. Only the Registeel really wants to take that hit, as of course the Snorlax too. We can try and boost it up. Icy Wind to get speed control into the likes of the Gouging Fire, the Electabuzz, the Mimikyu, and the Sneasler. Again, we do have to be careful of Icy Winding into the Milotic. That could be a good answer to this guy. But we're going to have to just see where we go from there. But we do need some proper physical offense, and for that we have Covert Cloak, Adamant Mamoswine max invested on there. We have the Thick Fat to try and better take on the Gouging Fire. We have Terra Ghost, just in case the Perish Trap does come and I want to save Mamoswine so we can get out of there with our Ghost typing. We have High Horsepower, Icicle Crash, Fissure, and Protect. Yes, I am bringing Fissure. Oko moves are indeed legal, and there was some discourse about it in the Discord group, so I thought, why not bring it, just to see if we can grab a Fissure kill here or there. Mamoswine, as ever, looks pretty good into my opponent. We can avoid fake outs from the likes of Rillaboom and Sneasler with the Covert Cloak and try and pick up some KOs on either of them. Then we have something I've been bringing a lot in the form of support, which is Mental Herb Oranguru. We are Terra Poison on there to try and avoid those dire claws from Sneasler. We have Psyshock, Chilling Water, Instruct, and Trick Room. Want to be careful of Trick Room, of course, because the likes of Snorlax and the Perish Trap core can do really nicely into it. But if he is just bringing the big guns, then Trick Room could be really nice. We are not running a lot of speed on the likes of Mamoswine or Primarina, so we should be able to do some nice work if something like the Perish Trap core, the Registeel, and the Snorlax aren't putting in too much of an appearance. Chilling Water there to keep, again, it's all about that physical offense on my opponent's side, so something like Chilling Water could be really useful. Final member of the team is going to be Lumberry Stonejourner. We have max attack, but we are impish with a good amount of defense investment and some speed. Rock Slide, Terra Blast, High Horsepower, and Protect. This could get some good damage onto a number of things. We have the Terra Blast flying for the likes of the Rillaboom and the Sneasler. Rock Slide and High Horsepower goes pretty hard as that classic Quake Edge combination. We can try and protect around. Terrifying is good in a defensive role against, again, the likes of the Rillaboom. It doesn't overly fear the Gouging Fire. The Sneasler, it could be useful against as well. We have the Lumberry to get around any Dire Claw shenanigans. So that is the team that I'm going into this with. Like I say, I can't make playoffs. I am rooted dead last. The highest I can come is like the heady heights of 18th or something. But Joe is playing for the playoff position. So for the ultimate respect to him and indeed his opponents who are relying on me to try and beat him to guarantee their playoff positioning, we are taking this as seriously as possible. I'm going to give it my best shot. So let's get into the battle screen without any further ado and see what Joe has decided to bring against us. So, let's see, what are we going to lead with here? I'm going to lead with Oranguru. And Mamoswine. I'll have Incin in the back. And let's go Stonejourner in the back. I think that's good. Yeah, I think I like that. So, we go up against Joe UX9, very good player in this format. He's pushing for playoffs. We can't. It is Sneasler and it is Gouging Fire. Alrighty then. So, what is the plan here? The man is Thick Fat. We are Terra something. Ghost. How well does Oranguru take from Gouging Fire? It takes it quite well. I think I Terra Poison Trick Room. And I do have Fissure. And Protect. Yeah, let's do that. He is going to Terra straight off rip. What's he going to go with? It's going to be the Gouging Fire, which is Terra Grass. Good to know. So he's gone Terra Grass on that. That is fine. And we are going to go Terra Ghost on Mamo. So. No, we're not going to go Terra Ghost on Mamo. We're going to go Terra Poison or Oranguru. Just to stop any nastiness. So it's going to be Protect on Mamoswine. Protects itself there. Sneasler's going to go for Coaching. I forgot it got that. So there's Coaching. Going to go for Heat Crash into the Mamoswine. We Protect. And we're going to get our Trick Room off. That is good. That is very nice. Now... how much does Mamoswine do to a +1 defense, let's say max HP, Gouging Fire, Terra Grass? Icicle Crash does not do a whole huge amount. I think I will go for the Chilling... Do I want to go for the Chilling Water? Heat Crash into Mamoswine at +1 attack. Actually isn't doing all that much. So I think I Chilling Water into Sneasler. No. I Psyshock into Sneasler. And I Icicle Crash into Gouging Fire. Going to withdraw the Sneasler. Into the Electabuzz to try and do some redirection. There's Burning Bulwark. That is unfortunate. We don't get Icicle Crash off. We are going to Psyshock into the Electabuzz. That does nothing. And Icicle Crash is obviously going to be protected against. I will... Okay, I'm going to Chilling Water the Gouging Fire. And I'm going to High Horsepower into Electabuzz. Electabuzz could well follow me. But that's fine. Yeah, it is going to be follow me. Okay. Follow me. We go for a Chilling Water. That does nothing, obviously. It's going to lower its attack, which is fine. And we High Horsepower. That kills the Electabuzz. Okay. Mamo. Oranguru. KOs. Buzz. And there's the Heat Crash. We absolutely tank him. Absolutely tank that hit. With Mamo because of Pick Fat. Very nice. Now in comes the Snorlax. Okay. What do I want to do here? The Snorlax has the Trick Room on its side now, which is a little unfortunate. At +1 defense on that, Icicle Crash is still doing quite a lot. I think I will Chilling Water it. And I will Icicle Crash the Gouging Fire. Burning Bulwark again is unfortunate. But that's okay. Snorlax is going to Belly Drum. Oh dear. That's not ideal. And it is Citrus. That's not great, I'll be honest. Chilling Water's really not going to help. So, bit of a problem there. Right. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? Not masses. I think... Because who have I got in the back? I've got Stony J and I've got Incin. So the Gouging Fire isn't all that much of an issue. I think I want to Psyshock into Snorlax and protect with Mamo. So that's fine. It's going to high horsepower. That's going to take out Grandpa Berry. Grandpa Berry X Snorlax. And this should be... it's Terra Blast Grass, because he knows it's going to do more than Heat Crash will. The Trick Room runs out. You do have the Burning Bulwark. I think we go into Wasn't Enough. Mamoswine versus Snorlax at level 50. High horsepower does not do an inordinate amount of damage. I think the Gouging Fire just really isn't too much of a problem. I think I do have to fake it out though. How much does Gouging Fire do with Terra Blast? It does so very much to Mamoswine. So I'm going to fake out you. And I'm going to high horsepower you. Yeah. So there's fake out. That's going to flinch. That's good. We go for the high horsepower. That does a good amount of damage. It's going to body slam into Mamo. That's going to kill Mamo. So Mamo is carried by Snorlax. Snorlax would have gone down one way or the other. So now in comes Stony J. Who might be able to do something here. I think I blitz into... because Terra Blast Grass is going to murder. Well, actually, I have very good Fizz Death. So I think we blitz into the Gouging Fire and we Rock Slide. So there's Protect. That's fine. Do we see Terra Blast? We do see Terra Blast. Will that kill? It's at neutral attack. It doesn't kill. Rock Slide is going to come in and be protected by the Lax. And this is a power spotted Flare Blitz, so it might do a good amount. It nearly kills. It nearly kills. I think we now, let's see. I think we blitz into you again and we protect. No, because they're going to Terra Blast into Stony J. I think we do this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Because I think they're going to Terra Blast into Stony J and then Body Slam into Incineroar. That's what I would do. Yep. That's good. And I need this to kill, realistically. It's power spotted up. It does. Okay, so. Incin KOs Lax. Okay. Now in comes the Sneasler. We are not at a great amount of health. I think they're going to fake out into Incin and try and kill the Stony J. Again, that's what I would do. What's my play here? They fake out into Incin. I think we do this, and I think we have to try for the double protect. Ah, we're not going to get it. That's a shame. I think we have to try that. Oh, they're going to just close combat into me, and then they're going to Terra Blast. Okay, so Incin is carried by Sneasler. Stony J is carried by Gouging Fire. So that's an 0-2 loss. Okay. We got a couple of kills. So there's that. We did get a couple of KOs. Gouging Fire is going to take me out there. That is a bit unfortunate. Well, okay. I think we played around that alright. I think we played around that alright. So, yeah. Okay, so an 0-2 loss in the first game is unfortunate, but we'll see what adjustments we can make game 2. So, I could lead Incin and Grandpa Berry. Morale support is not going to be great here. And I don't think Primarina is going to be great here either. I think we lead Incineroar and Oranguru. And we keep Mamo and Stony J in the back. I think that's the play. Yeah, I like that. I like that. My Oranguru is very physically defensive as well, so we might be able to take a hit. We'll go with this. We're going to get an Intimidate off straight away. It's Snorlax and Sneasler. Oh, this could be coaching. Let's see. So, Snorlax is intimidated, and the Sneasler is intimidated. I believe that we fake out into Snorlax. Do I? I actually think... Because you could be Sash Sneasler, actually. I think what we do is we fake out the Sneasler and we Psyshock the Sneasler. The Snorlax is going to be able to get Belly Drum off no matter what we do. So I think that's the play. They're going to just straight up withdraw. That's a shame. It's probably going to be the... Oh, it's the Rillaboom. So the Rillaboom comes in, gets the Grassy Surge up. They're going to withdraw straight off the bat with the Snorlax. They don't like it. And now in comes the Gouging Fire. So we fake out, and we Psyshock. Now the Rillaboom is Terra Water. That did a good amount of damage. Right, what's next? I quite like Tantrum into you. And I kind of like Trick Rooming here. Although it could be Chilling Water again. Into the Boom. Because they could Burning Bulwark here. Or now I could now I'm going to Trick Room actually, yeah. There's the Heat Crash. We have a good amount of defensive investment. And the U-turn isn't going to take us out either. Excellent. Okay, so. U-turn. Oh, they're going to go Lax here. That would be unfortunate. If I just gave Lax Trick Room. Oh, damn it. That's less than ideal. But now we can Stomping Tantrum the Gouging Fire and do some good damage. And there's Trick Room. We get our HP restored. They get their HP restored. I think I could try and just take out the Gouging Fire. But I think what I also could do is Parting Shot the Gouging Fire and try and reset the Trick Room. So I'm going to do that, actually. Yeah. I don't want that thing doing that too much. So I'm going to reset the Trick Room. And they get the Citrus Berry, that is okay, I guess. Oh, it's Clear Amulet on this. I didn't see that coming. Did I see that coming before? Uh-oh. That isn't great. Okay, so, Orang is carried by G-Fire. Incin is there. Mamo and Stony J. Okay. I think I go Stony J here. The Trick Room is up. I think we really have to hard target down that Snorlax now. So I think we have to blitz into it. It did a lot of damage last time. So I think we blitz into it. I think we Terra. And we Terra Blast into it. Because I think we still should outpace the Gouging Fire. I think that is the play. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. So Gouging Fire is going to withdraw. So we did well doubling into this. Here's the Rillaboom. But we are now going to be Terra Flying on Stony J. And they're going Terra Ghost on the Snorlax. They're going Ghost. My vibrations are going all over the place. I'm going to go Terra Flying. Which may have been a mistake because now we're weak to... We're not neutral to Body Slam. Which I think may not have killed. Oh dear, this might have been a bad misplay. Nope, never mind. They go into the Incin, who is carried by Lax. And we Terra Blast. Let's go. Big Terra Blast. Doesn't do anywhere near enough. Doesn't do anywhere near enough. In the case of Incineroar, wasn't enough. Alright, so Mamoswine comes in. How many turns of this unfortunate Trick Room do I have left? 2 turns. That's not ideal. I think... Who do they go for? I think they're going to go into Stony J with Body Slam. And then try and Rillaboom me. So I think... How much can Mamoswine do to, let's say, this Rillaboom? Ice Crash will do vast amounts. Yeah, I think we just go for it, and I think we protect here. Because that's what I would do. I would Body Slam into Stonjourner, and then I would try and, like, maybe Grassy Glide. Gonna Fake Out. Snorlax is going to Body Slam into the Stonjourner. And we're Covert Cloak, so we get the Icicle Crash off. Yes. Mamo KO's Rilla. I forgot we're Covert Cloak. We can't be flinched. Nice. Okay. Okay, this is okay. This can work now. Now in comes the Gouging Fire, who should be the slowest thing under the Trick Room. Now, Mamo showed Protect before, so Gouging Fire can't really touch anything. I'm not worried about the Gouging Fire, I'm worried about the Snorlax. So I think we're going to crash into Lax and rock slide, question mark? Yeah. Let's try this. Burning Bulwark, that's fine. I wasn't too afraid of that thing. He can't hard target down both of us. He's going to body slam into me here. That is going to kill Sony J. Okay, Sony J X Lax. And we miss an Icicle Crash. Because of course we do. That is deeply unfortunate. I've missed so many Icicle Crashes. It is wild how many Icicle Crashes I've missed. If you are like max on this, high horsepower will probably not do enough. They've got 3 mons left. I'm going to Fisher. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to Fisher. Why not? There's the Heat Crash. Come on, Mamo. Come on, Mamo. Oh, Mamo, you let me down. Mamo, you let me down. I don't think I would have killed it. So that is going to be Mamo carried by Lax. That's an 0-3 loss. Ah, well, we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot. It had to be tried at least once. Ah, well. Well, GG's to Joe. I believe with that win, he goes marching on to playoffs, and we stay rooted to the bottom of the table when it comes to the end of the season of the SPL. But you know what? We had a good time, and that's the main thing. Shout out to Joe. Well played to him. He had a very, very good game plan going in there, and it worked out well for him. I think we had some good plays. I think we made some decent predictions, but we did just get overpowered in the end, which is unfortunate. But it happens when you come up against someone who is undoubtedly a better player than I. So big shout out to Joe. His links down in the description below. Make sure you check them out along with everyone else who is involved in this league. That is going to be our final game. We certainly didn't make playoffs, but you know what? We gave it a good shot and we had fun doing so. And isn't that just the main point of this whole thing? But yeah, that's the end of our story in the SPL Season 3 VGC edition. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did taking part. But I'm going to get out of here. I've rambled on for far too long. So, my final thank you to you all for watching. And I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.